Okay. So the
But he is
first,
not
Or is he
messaging.
busy?
yes. Okay, Girija, tell me what are which
Okay,
elements are called as alkali metals?
the first group met.
First group elements are called as alkali metals. Very good. Can you list out them?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, they are, ma'am, 1 minute. Ma'am,
Yes, search.
lithium,
Hmm.
sodium, potassium, rubidium, and what is CS?
Cesium.
Cesium.
Okay. You all have to by heart the elements. Okay, Chester, can you tell the first group elements? Can you list out the first group elements? Chester.
Ma'am, lithium, sodium, rubidium,
Yes.
and cesium.
And francium.
Francium is also there. No need to by heart it. Up to cesium is enough. Clear? Right? So they are alkali metals.
Excuse
Yes,
me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, for 1 minute, can you take the first slide, that is the group 1 metal, for 1 minute? Group 1, yeah.
First group elements.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this one. Right. So these are most reactive metals in the entire periodic table. Right? And these are electropositive in nature. Now, second group elements. Second
Alkaline
group
earth
elements
metal.
are, Oves, you are there. Oves, tell the second group elements. Oves?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, I'll take up your question. Yes, Oves? Second group elements. Yes, Oves? Alkaline earth metals. What are they? List out them.
Beryllium, magnesium,
Beryllium,
calcium, strontium, barium, radium.
Yes, Tashit. Second, alkali earth metals. Can you list out them?
beryllium, magnesium, boron,
Boron,
strontium.
aluminium. Yes.
Ma'am,
Tell
I
again.
said, ma'am, I said,
Calcium, strontium,
boron.
barium, radium.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Calcium, boron, beryllium, strontium.
Strontium. You have to by heart these elements. Okay. Next time, just try to by heart them. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, and barium.
Barium.
Yes, Rohan. What's your doubt?
Ma'am, why are the alkali metals most reactive and not the halogens, ma'am? Since they both have, since they both need one electron, or like to lose one electron to complete their octet.
Yes, that's what we have discussed. First group elements are most reactive metals, whereas 17th group elements are most reactive non-metals.
Ma'am, but what is the most reactive element, ma'am?
Most reactive
Yes,
element will
ma'am.
be cesium.
Why,
Oh.
ma'am?
Cesium, because see, as we move down the group, they can easily lose the electron, right? So reactivity will be more. Okay, but whereas 17th group elements, how does 17th group elements get the reactivity? They has a tendency to gain electron, right? We have just discussed this reason. They has a tendency to gain electrons. Now down the group, as the atomic size increases, the nucleus is far from the valence shell. So do you agree that the attractive force of nucleus decreases as we move down the group from fluorine to iodine?
Ma'am, so the most reactive non-metal is fluorine.
Yes, fluorine. So Rohan, are you able to follow? As we move down the group from fluorine to iodine, the tendency to accept electron will decrease because
Okay, ma'am.
the nuclear force of attraction is decreasing. Because the atomic size is big, the nucleus is far from the valence shell. Are you able to
Okay,
get
ma'am.
this?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? That is the reason as we move down the group, the reactivity decreases for non-metals. Whereas for metals, as we move down the group, ionization energy is decreasing. So they can easily remove electron. Therefore, reactivity increases as we move down the group for metals, and reactivity decreases as we move down from the for the non-metals. Did you understand this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Clear.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next. Yes. Now, who will tell the second group elements, alkaline earth metals? Who
Ma'am,
will
I
list
will
out
tell.
them?
Ma'am,
Yes,
I will
Erlin.
tell.
Erlin.
Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, and
Strontium.
barium.
Conscious.
Strontium and
Strontium
barium.
and barium. Very good. Just by heart these elements. And 17th group elements we all know: fluorine, chlorine, bromine,
Chlorine,
and
bromine.
iodine. Okay, acetylene is radioactive. No need to mention that. Clear? Next. Coming to noble gases: helium, neon, argon, krypton, and xenon. You have to learn till here. Most of the students will get confused here. Helium, neon, argon, they will write. Whether krypton comes first or xenon comes first, most of you will get confused. So learn first krypton and then xenon. Clear? Next, coming to transition metals. So the
Do we have to learn this?
no need to learn all the elements of transition metals. No need to learn. As I told you, only first group, second group, 17th and 18th group, you have to learn the elements. Okay, so the elements which are present from third group to 12th group, all these together, they are called as transition elements. Why they are called as transition elements? The reason is a transition. What is meaning of transition? Neo? Neo, what is the meaning of transition?
Transition means to change.
To change, right? Good. So the metallic property is changing into non-metallic property. We have discussed previously, as we move from left to right in the periodic table, metallic property is decreasing and non-metallic character is increasing, right? So the metallic character is changing into non-metallic character through these transition elements. These are present in between metals and non-metals. So the property is changing through these elements. Therefore, they are named as transition elements. Almost all these elements, not all these elements of transition group, that is 3rd to 12th group, they are metals. I repeat, all the elements of 3rd to 12th group, all transition elements are metals. If we see, there are all metals, the valuable metals: gold, silver, platinum, okay, iron, cobalt, copper, zinc, all these
What is Ru and Rh?
this is rhodium, I think. Yes, rhodium, iron, rhodium, and osmodium, I think. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
And tungsten is
W.
W. Why I told tungsten, I think. Yeah. Okay. Right. These are transition elements. So since they are placed in between metals and non-metals, they are called as transition. And only one major property of these transition elements is they show variable valencies. Most of the elements show variable valencies. Okay. For example, you all know copper. What is the valency of copper?
1 and 2.
+1 and +2, right? Children, just remember here the 12th group element: zinc, cadmium, and mercury. These three elements does not show variable valency. I repeat, zinc, cadmium, mercury of transition elements do not show variable
Ma'am,
valency.
mercury shows variable
Mercury shows
valency.
ma'am 1 and 2.
Sorry, zinc and cadmium does not show variable valency. Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
mercury shows variable valency. Zinc and cadmium, they show only +2 valency.
Ma'am,
Except
is
+2. zinc and cadmium. And all other elements show variable valency. And children, listen, understand this one. The tendency to show variable valency, it starts increasing from 3rd group to 7th group, and then it starts decreasing from 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. I repeat, the tendency to show variable valency increases from 3rd group to 7th group. So the elements of 7th group, manganese, shows maximum variable valencies. It shows +2,
And
+4,
4.
+5, it shows +7, it shows. Okay, not the magnitude, the number of valencies the element can show. It increases up to manganese and then decreases gradually. Clear? And all these are metals, hard metals. Then next, coming to inert transition elements. Inert transition elements, if you observe here, I want all of you to see here atomic number 57. Okay, so as we have discussed, while we are moving across a period or while we are moving from left to right, if you see from 4th period, I'll take the example of 4th period, potassium, calcium, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, the atomic number is increasing by how much?
1.
Atomic number is increasing by 1, right? 19, 20, 21, 22, like that. Potassium, calcium, all the atomic numbers is increasing by 1. All of you now carefully observe atomic number 57. That is, the element is called as lanthanum. After 57, what is the number we got here, atomic number?
72.
What should be the atomic number after 52?
58.
Sorry, after 57, it should be 58. But if you observe here, the atomic number is 72. So, and where are the elements? Yes.
After 57, the 58 is down and not above.
Yes. 58, from 58, the 58th element to 71st element, they are placed below the periodic table. The special place has been given. Why? Because all these elements, cerium, all these elements, they has similar properties to that of lanthanum.
But
I
but after 71 also they are placed below 90, 91, 92, 94, 95.
Yes, that also
That's
I'll
for
discuss.
89 element.
Okay, see here, after 57, the 58th element to 71st element, all these 14 elements are having similar properties to that of lanthanum. So, did you remember, children, in periodic table, how are the elements with similar properties placed?
In groups.
Below each, on top
Below
of
each other, right? So, if they start putting all these 14 elements below lanthanum, it will be a long column. In order to avoid that and in order to give a proper tabular form, they has mentioned these elements separately at the bottom of the periodic table. So all these elements are having similar properties to that of the 57th element, that is lanthanum. Therefore, these elements are named as lanthanides. The first series here. The first series, cerium to lutetium. 58th element to 71st element, cerium to lutetium. All these are called as lanthanides. Why are they called as lanthanides? They are having similar properties to that of the element lanthanum.
Ma'am, why series 6? Why not 1 or 2? Ma'am, why is this known as lanthanoid series 6?
That is, they belong to 6th period. It's not lanthanide series 6. The lanthanide series means they has 6 shells around them. They belong to the 6th period only.
Okay.
Right? Clear? So
Yes,
what
ma'am.
are lanthanides? What are lanthanides? Lanthanides are a series of 14 elements which are having similar properties to that of lanthanum. Clear? And in the
That
same
also
way,
actinoids are there.
yes, in the same way, 89th element is called as actinum. And from 90 to 103, all these elements are having similar properties to that of actinum. Therefore, they are called as actinoid series. These two are called as inner transition elements. Why are they called as inner transition? That means they belong inside this single element. If we study the property of the single element, all these elements' properties will be known. Clear? And all of you note down, for transition elements, the last electron, the valence electron, enters into penultimate shell. What happened, Girija? Getting confused? Yes, Girija, are you getting confused?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so all the elements, in all transition elements, the electron enters, electron means the valence electrons enters into penultimate shell. What is penultimate shell?
Second last shell.
Second last shell. Whereas in inner transition elements, in lanthanum and actinum, in these two elements, the last electron, in these two series of elements, the last electron enters into anti-penultimate shell. What is anti-penultimate shell? Yes, Aishwarya, what is
Third last.
Third last.
The third last shell is called as anti-penultimate shell. That is also one of the reason they are named as inner transition. So penultimate, if the last electron, valence electron is entering into penultimate shell, those elements are called as transition elements. And the elements in which the last electron is entering into anti-penultimate shell, they are called as inner transition elements. So what are inner transition elements? Two series, lanthanides and actinides. No need to learn all these elements. Just inner, they will ask you mention inner transition elements. What are they? Lanthanides and actinides are inner transition elements. Clear? Okay. And in the same, no need to learn the properties of these inner transition elements, but transition elements properties are very important. What are the properties of transition elements? All the elements has a tendency to show variable valencies. Clear, children? And all the elements are metals. The transition elements and inner transition elements as well, they are metals. Clear? Yes, Girija, what didn't you understand? Girija, what is your doubt?
Nothing, ma'am.
Hmm?
Nothing.
Okay. Don't go deep inside the study. Just remember, third group to 12th group are transition elements. That's it. Okay. And lanthanides and actinides are inner transition elements. Okay. These 2 points are clear. Okay. The properties of transition elements. All transition elements are metals and they show variable valencies. At least did you get clarity of these points? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
don't get confused. Don't get confused if you did not understand these two. So make sure these 4 points. Third to 12th group elements are called as transition elements. Okay, all the transition elements are metals. They show variable valencies. Lanthanides and actinide series are called as inner transition elements. These 4 points are enough. Lanthanide series and actinide series are called as inner transition elements. Clear, children?
Can they ask the name from where lanthanides and actinides have come?
Yes, they may ask. 57 is lanthanides and 57 to 71, that is 58 to 71.
So, ma'am, do we have to learn the name of La and AC?
No need. Yes, La is lanthanum, AC is actinum. If you want to learn, you
Okay,
can. Lanthanum and actinum. Clear? So this is all about periodic table. First, alkali metals, alkaline earth metals, and 13th to 17th group, they are called
Is
as
this chapter finished?
post-transition elements. Clear, children? Okay. Any doubt?
Oh, ma'am.
Okay. So this is all about this chapter. Yes. One more, the last one. Sorry, I forgot this. Diagonal relationship. There is one more topic, a small definition is there in your syllabus. Diagonal relationship. Diagonal relationship means if you observe the first group, it is shown only by these set of 5 elements. These 5 pair of elements only show the diagonal relationship. What is that? If we observe the first element of a group will be having some similar properties with the second element of the adjacent group. I repeat, the first element of a particular group will have some similar properties with the second element of the adjacent group. Such relation is called as diagonal relationship. And those elements which exhibit diagonal relationship, they are called as bridge elements.
So it is only between the first and second element, or it can be between second and
No,
fourth.
only first and second element. So
Ma'am?
only these 5 pairs are the bridge elements. These are called as bridge elements. The elements which show diagonal relationship are called as bridge elements. Yes?
Ma'am, could you send the chapter list of chemistry, ma'am?
The entire chapters list.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am.
I'll send. There are 9 chapters for you. I'll send the list of all the chapters.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Clear?
Only 6 chapters are left, no?
Yes, Taushik?
Nothing, ma'am.
I'll send it on the group. You can refer from that. Clear? So what is diagonal relationship? The first element of a particular group will show some similar properties with the element present diagonally in the adjacent group. That is the second element of the adjacent group. That relationship is called as diagonal relationship, and those set of elements are called as bridge elements. Yes, Rohan, any doubt? You raised your hand.
No, ma'am.
Got it? Clear? So this is all about periodic table. In this chapter, children, you learn mainly the Doberan's, Newland and Mendeleev statements and their drawbacks. Modern periodic law. Modern periodic law, what does it state? The properties are periodic functions of their atomic numbers, right? And what are the different properties, what are the different points in the modern periodic table? That is, what is group, what is period, okay, and then properties of all these sets, that is alkali metals, their properties, alkaline earth metals, their properties, halogens, their properties, noble gases, their properties, transition elements and their properties, and inner transition elements. You have to just remember them, what are they. Clear? And 3 periodic properties are mentioned
Yes,
for
ma'am.
you in 9th standard. One is atomic size, what happens down the group, what happens across a period. Metallic property, what happens down the group and across a period. Okay, and electronegative and electropositive nature. As we move across a period, electropositive nature decreases and electronegative nature increases. Clear? These are the topics which you have to learn in periodic table. Okay. Yes. Please give the attendance. Yes. Erlin,
Yes, ma'am.
Arya, Okay. Yes, Abhigyan. Abhigyan,
Yes, ma'am.
Amay,
Yes, ma'am.
Aishwarya, Aditya, Advut,
Present,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Ishwari, Guneet,
Present, ma'am.
Kashish. Kashish is absent, right? She's not attending the classes. Kavya,
Present, ma'am.
Kushi. Kushi, I didn't find her today. Yes. Krishna. Krishna.
Present, ma'am.
Mehak. Mehak. Manas. Manas. Neo. Neha. Manas is present.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Neha. Ojay. Oves. Preksha. Priyadarshini. Pranjal. Rohan. Ria is present. Yes. Shivam. Yes. Samiksha. Toshit. Uttirna. Yashraj. Yashraj is present.
Ma'am is present.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. Have you marked me absent? Chesta.
Chesta, I marked present for you. Okay. Right. Clear? Any doubt, children?
Ma'am, you didn't take my name. No, ma'am.
Sorry, Ayman.
You didn't take my name.
Okay, your name is not in the list. Okay, I'll check with Nandita ma'am and I'll let you know. I'll mark present for you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, children. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Goodbye.
Thank you.